In this session, we are going to start with the very important aspects after the Planck's theory. The application part we are going to study, that is photoelectric effect. Okay, and I will be concentrating on the all varieties of objectives. According to that, my lecture is going to be continued. Okay, so photoelectric effect is the topic which we are going to study, so stay with me and read very carefully right from the beginning to end of this lecture. And after this lecture, I am going to give you one numerical or question session. Okay. So first attend this theory session from the beginning to end of it so that you should be scoring good marks. I have selected around 8 beautiful questions for the question session of the up to photoelectric effect. That will be covering all questions up to photoelectric effect. So in every point of view, reading from the book and watching from the video will be entirely different. Only thing I expect you to be patient enough to answer all, write notes and answer all questions in the question session. Okay. Okay, students, after completion of the hydrogen spectrum topic and after doing wonderful 8 questions, we are into the next topic of the atomic structure. We are into the next lecture of atomic structure. Okay. So after atomic structure lectures, now we are going to start a topic related to that, that is photoelectric effect. What topic we are going to start? Photoelectric effect. Okay, the topic we are going to start is photoelectric effect. Okay, we will be starting from the basic and we will be reaching to the advanced level through the questions as well as through the objectives. Okay, first we will try to complete the theory, then we will be doing questions. Okay, so photoelectric effect. What is the topic? Photoelectric effect. I will try to explain through the diagram. So in this method, we will take a metal. What is this? Metal surface. What it is? Metal surface which is having the metal we select must have lowest electron ionization enthalpy. Okay. What it is? Metal surface. Metal surface. Okay. Whose ionization energy low. Okay, preferably we will try to select, preferably what we will try to select a metal whose ionization energy is low. Okay, let us take the metal, suppose lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium. Okay, and magnesium, calcium, magnesium, beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium, and radium. Okay, so we will try to avoid the photoelectric. We will try to avoid what? Radioactive metals because it is very dangerous to deal with them. Okay, now suppose if we have to select B, C, and D. Okay, these are the 4 options given to you. A, B, C, D. Sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium. Okay. Now you wanted to select for this purpose. Which is element is suitable for this purpose? Which element is suitable for this purpose? Can you answer? So this type of multi-concept questions are in trend as per the NTA latest Abhyas app. Okay. So our central government HRD ministry have launched a Abhyas app so that they should come to know the what type of questions they have in their question bank. That NTA is responsible for conducting your mains exam. All exams will be conducted by NTA. and in that NTA some questions are given, okay, in Abhyas app. So when I observe those questions, I could come to know that multi-concept questions are being framed. What are the multi-concept? Like the olden days, this sentence will be filling up. But now this chapter is atomic structure, this chapter is periodic table. Like that, multi-concept questions are being framed without going out of the syllabus. Within the syllabus only, once they have to prepare the questions like this, they are adopting. Okay. So here, according to periodic table, down the group ionization energy decreases. According to photoelectric effect, the metal with the lowest ionization energy is preferred. Okay, so the both factors are favorable, are in concurrence with the cesium. Okay, so let us not go into the cost wise. According to the ionization energy principle, CS has the lowest ionization energy, therefore it is the best metal for photoelectric effect. Okay, so like this we are going to discuss the topic along with the questions in the easy English, because you are going to attempt the exam in English only or not. Okay, so that is the difference from reading from the book and reading old books, previous books. After formation of NTA, what is their strategy, understanding and changing our class to the latest pattern. That is the difference over here. Okay, so metal with the lowest ionization energy is cesium. That's why in that we will select them. Okay, so let us take sodium, magnesium, here it is potassium and calcium. Okay, so out of this least preferred metal, for photoelectric effect, out of this, option A, option B, option C and option D, least preferred metal out of these four metals for photoelectric effect. Least preferred metals. Okay, answers started coming in. Good, few answers are correct, few answers are wrong. Okay, so after going through the students answer, I could come to know that they are not able to manage the two chapters together. Okay, and few of them are wrong and few of them are correct. See, down the group ionization energy decreases, left to right ionization energy increases. So sorry, left to right ionization energy increases, down the group it is decreases. So we want least preference. Least preference will be found at the right side. Okay, so that means we should select any one of these two, because highest ionization energy, least preference. Okay, so among this, which is highest and is decreasing, so magnesium is answer. How to understand? Is it any doubt about this? Okay, good. So magnesium is the element which is least preferred because of its highest ionization energy among this. Okay, so answer is B, or magnesium. Like this, if you study only photoelectric effect, any use? No. If you study only this sentence, any use? No. Okay, so you should be able to start questions along with the what topic. Okay, so metal surface whose ionization energy is low. Based on that, we have done wonderful two questions. Okay, now let us go to the further topic. Okay, so when a electromagnetic radiation of suitable frequency or wavelength falls on it, then the atom, this is atom, actually atom will not be this much big. For your convenience only, I have zoomed in and showing to you. Okay, this is the valency shell, this is one cute electron over here. Who is this? Cute electron. Okay, so after getting the energy from the light falling over it, after getting the energy light falling over it, then whenever it feels sufficient energy, it will come out. Okay, that electron which is coming out, earlier it was called as a valence electron, but after coming out, this is no more called as a valence electron. This is called as a photoelectron. What it is called as? Photoelectron. Okay. So photoelectron, and this is valence electron. Okay. Now this is possible only when that minimum energy, every electron got its own rate. Okay. So when you provide him with the sufficient rate, then only he is ready to come out. Okay. So that minimum energy required by electron to come out, it will not come out at the low cost. Everybody got their own cost. Okay. So that cost we should pay so that it should come out is called as a threshold energy. What it is called as? Threshold energy. Okay. Threshold energy, sometimes it is also called as a critical energy, and sometimes it is also called as a work function. Okay. What are the three things? Threshold energy, critical energy, or work function. All the three are same only. Okay. But if the energy is expressed in terms of the electron volt, then it is also called as a work function. Work function term is preferred when energy is in electron volt. Otherwise, threshold energy and critical energy are the best terms suitable for explaining. Okay. So threshold energy, critical energy, and work function. Is it understood, students? Now, our energy should be more than this. At least equal also, no problem. Okay. So given energy, let us take E. Okay. And threshold energy. What should be the symbol? It should be greater than or equal. Okay. So greater than or equal. This is the energy given. This is the minimum energy required. Okay. What it is? Threshold. Is it understood, students? So threshold energy and given energy greater than or equal. Okay. So again you can find two values or not. So what will be the difference when one of the condition is satisfied? Okay. So suppose E given, is it visible to everybody? E given is equal to E threshold. E given is equal to E threshold. Okay. So then electron will just come out from the atom and leave on the surface. Okay. That time no speed. Okay. Speed will be how much? It will be 0. Okay. It will come outside and wait outside. Okay. It will wait in the parking area. It will not move. Okay. So when given energy is equal to threshold energy, speed of electron is equal to how much? 0. Okay. Now if you happen to give the next condition, I will write here, if given energy is greater than threshold energy. Okay. Then what happens? That extra energy, suppose it requires 13 kilojoules, you gave 15 kilojoules, that 2 kilojoule extra will be converted into speed. Okay. So speed means it is kinetic energy. Okay. Then the given energy minus threshold energy is equal to what? Kinetic energy. That extra energy, how it will use? It will use in moving. Okay. So if you don't you give, so it will not move. If you give, it will move. More energy you will give, more will be the kinetic energy. Okay. So this gap, the difference is deciding the kinetic energy. More the difference, more will be kinetic energy. Less the difference, less will be the kinetic energy. No difference, no kinetic energy. Is it understood, students? From this diagram, any doubt about this? So what is photoelectric effect? The emission of photoelectrons. Emission of photoelectrons by directing electromagnetic waves of suitable frequency or wavelength on a metal with lowest ionization energy. This process is called as photoelectric effect. Is it understood? So let us start with the further topic. In this only there are lot of topic, lot of scope. I will explain through the graph. I have explained through the what beautiful diagram. Now I am going to explain you with the mathematical form. Okay. So given energy, threshold energy, ET. Okay. Sorry. E given. Okay, nothing is written. You will understand it as a given energy. Okay, will be first. It will use it as a threshold energy. Okay, leftover energy will be used as kinetic energy. What energy? Kinetic energy. Okay. Now, normally, normally what happens? We will not get the value in terms of the energy only. They will give you frequency of radiation. They will give you wavelength of radiation. So that time we need to convert the energy from the frequency or from the wavelength. Okay. So for that, what I will do directly, I will write h nu. Okay. Now h nu t plus here kinetic energy will be half mv square. Okay. And sometimes they will not give you mass. So if they don't give you mass, what you will substitute? M what you will substitute? Okay. Here we are finding out the kinetic energy of one electron. You should be able to understand that one photon is given to one electron only. One photon cannot be distributed among two electrons, or one electron cannot take two photons. One photon, one electron. Okay. One India, one Aadhaar card, one UID number. Like that, one photon, one electron. Okay. Each electron will take only one photon. So here we are giving the energy captured by one electron. Okay. So here mass of one electron only you will write. What you will write? Mass of one electron. Okay, for finding out the kinetic energy, you will not be given with mass. If given, then he is a good person. He is the best person in the world. Okay. So if not given also, you should be able to write here mass of electron. Okay. So this formula to be used when regarding the electromagnetic wave projected on the metal is given in terms of the frequency, and threshold energy also given in terms of the frequency. That time also you will use this. Okay. Now let us come to know about the wavelength. If they gave the wavelength, hc upon lambda is equal to hc upon lambda t plus half mv square. Is it understood, students? So this is one formula, this is another formula, this is another formula. Don't think that these are the final formulas. Okay. Sometimes what they are giving, they will give the energy in terms of the joules. They will give the wavelength, then wavelength of the radiation. What you will do? Like this and this and this kinetic energy they ask. Okay. You have to make the combination according to it. Suppose they gave the threshold frequency and kinetic velocity of electron given, and he is asking about the energy given to it. That time what you will do? You will select frequency, threshold frequency is given, you will select this. Mass, sorry, velocity of electron is given, you will select this. And we want energy, like this you will select. Okay. So these are the combination you have to make by using common sense. Okay. So photoelectric formulas are this one. Okay. So now we are going to study about their definitions. Which nations? Definitions. Okay. So first definition is about threshold energy. Threshold energy. Okay. So one definition, if I write, you people are smart enough. You can write all the definitions. Okay. So the minimum energy. Okay. Minimum energy required for photoelectron emission. Photoelectron emission. Okay. By a metal. Actually, threshold energy is different for different metal. Okay. By a metal is called its threshold energy is called its threshold energy. Is it understood, students? This is the threshold energy definition. Okay. It is also called as work function. It is also called as work function. Okay. It is also called as critical energy. Okay. It is also called as critical energy. Is it understood, students? So this is all about the threshold energy definition. Okay. Now coming to the after threshold energy definition, what we are going to study? We are going to study about the threshold frequency. Is it needed to explain you? Is it needed to explain you? Threshold energy, if it is changed to threshold frequencies. Next definition is threshold frequency. Okay. Then the minimum energy, in place of this, what you will write? Minimum frequency required for photoelectron emission by a metal is called its threshold frequency. And it is not called as a work frequency. It is not called as a critical frequency, you can call it, but not as a work frequency. Okay. So this is called as a critical frequency. Is it understood, students? Okay. Then coming to after threshold frequency, if it is changed to threshold wavelength, then if it is changed to what is threshold wavelength. Okay. So they will change wavelength or not here? Wavelength. But you should change one more word. It is not minimum, it is maximum. What it is? Maximum. Okay. Maximum energy, sorry, maximum wavelength required. Why energy and frequency minimum? Why wavelength is maximum? Why wavelength is maximum whereas energy and frequency is minimum? Because energy and frequency are directly proportional and energy and wavelength are inversely proportional. See here, E is equal to h nu. So energy was minimum, frequency also will be minimum. Okay, but E is equal to hc upon lambda. When energy is maximum, sorry, energy is minimum, so wavelength will be maximum. That's why here also we will change. Okay, threshold wavelength is not minimum wavelength. Threshold wavelength is the maximum wavelength, whereas threshold energy is the minimum energy. Threshold frequency is the minimum frequency. Okay. So this is all about the definition and common mistake made by the common students, not extraordinary students. Okay. Extraordinary students don't make mistakes. Common mistakes are made by the common students only. Okay. So definition part we have completed. Now we are going to study something about the graph. Okay. First, let us take the graph with respect to kinetic energy and threshold energy. Kinetic energy and threshold energy. Here I will write given energy, energy given to the metal, and here it is kinetic energy. Okay, here it is kinetic energy. Now what will be the graph? Like this. The graph is going to be how? Like this. Okay, so the energy from which kinetic energy is zero and after which it is keep on increasing, this energy is called as threshold energy. What it is called as? Threshold energy. Okay, the intersection of this line with x-axis is called as a threshold energy. Okay, the intersection of this line with the x-axis is called as a what? Threshold energy. Is it understood? Any doubt about this? Okay, no doubt. Now, if I change this kinetic energy, this energy given, okay, with the Frequency. Will it make any change? No. Energy and frequency both are directly proportional. Okay. Threshold frequency. This will become as what? Threshold frequency. Okay. If I change the frequency, then there will be change in energy and there will be change in kinetic energy. So correspondingly there will be directly proportional only. Okay. So this is the graph. Second graph is between the threshold frequency and kinetic energy. Okay. Now here I am going to change intensity. Third graph, what I am going to change? Intensity. Okay. So intensity, what it is going to be? Now, just now I told you before, actually you may not be knowing the intensity. Okay. So intensity definition is intensity directly proportional to number of photons. Number of photons ejected. Number of photons, simply you can write per second. Okay. So in 1 second, how many photons are given out? Okay. So if number of photons increases, intensity increases, then kinetic energy, what happens? Okay, after completing the few graphs about the photoelectric effect, we are into the some more advanced level graphs. Okay, so this graph already we have studied, but sometimes they are asking about the intercept. What they are asking? They are asking about the intercept and some more in-depth question, related questions. So I am explaining it in that point of view. Okay. So first here we know that H nu is equal to kinetic and H nu plus kinetic energy is equal to H nu. So kinetic energy is equal to H nu minus H nu. This is H nu minus H nu naught. Okay. So now when you compare it with it, Y is equal to mx plus C. Okay. So Y, in place of Y we have to write kinetic energy. Already we have written kinetic energy. What we have written? We have written kinetic energy. Okay. Now here what we have to take? We have to take frequency. X place it is frequency and Y place kinetic energy as per the graph we have done. So it should be the slope as per this, it is how much? H. Slope is equal to how much? H. Okay. Now when you extend it, it is going to intersect on the negative part. See, negative part. Okay. And what is the intercept here? H nu. What is the intercept here? H nu. So likewise, they may give you in the numerical side, H nu is intercept is this much. So with that, you can find out what? Very good. You can find out the nu naught. Okay, nu naught. Is it understood? And with this is the H nu incident frequency. Likewise, sometime the typical graph may be given. You should be prepared for all that. Okay. So I hope all of you understood right from the beginning. If you got any doubt, you have to clear yourself and watch that point very carefully and maintain a proper notes and be ready for the question session on these two topics. Okay, bye.